Remember, I'm creating a sponsor store where right from the website, every business that you've heard about, every product that we've talked about, right from the website, as you're listening to my show, you're going to be able to view a page called Sponsor Store where you will see every product and service that we've brought through the community. You know, the Cannabis Commodity Exchange is a great product for other dispensaries, but how does the individual relate? Well, I'll tell you, they have a product called the Skunk Box. The Skunk Box is for any herb connoisseur. It's the premier herbal humidor. Skunk Box increases the quality of your favorite herbs and saves you money by making them last longer. Store your favorite herbs for weeks without them drying out and losing their flavor and potent scent. Restore dried out herbs in just a few days and bring back the odor, flavor, and texture you love. Keep your herbs and accessories safe in the water-resistant, dust-proof, and odorless container, whether you're home or on the go. It's customizable. Check them out on the Cannabis Community Project sponsor store, the Skunk Box, presented by the Cannabis Commodities Exchange. Open up, Colorado. It's 420. Time to grind and burn.
This is not your son's stoner show.
Welcome back. Welcome to the Cannabis Community Project. This is Brainstorm, bringing you once again your radio show, a weekly broadcast podcast from the CCP studios high up in Denver, Colorado. I'm here exploring the business side of the newly emerging economy, focusing on the business, the patient, the retailer, to the geek in the garage, creating that next innovation in cannabis. This is the first media platform to help fellow cannapreneurs just like you build sustainable businesses while living the lifestyle. We are back for another great week, great show, another lineup of guests here to educate us and entertain us on everything happening in the cannabis industry. We're going to start it off with our old friend Luke Chandler from Reason to Rebel. You will remember Luke if you're a longtime listener of the show. Luke was the very first guest I ever had all the way back some 9-10 months ago. January 1st at midnight, the very first show played. He brought the first interview, and he also brought us the track Open Up. That's the tune you hear for the first 30 seconds and the last couple minutes, and even when we do the weekly flashback, short-term memory relapse, that little guitar lick going on underneath, that's also from Open Up. Reason to Rebel is Southern California, San Diego area's rockin' band. They've had a couple videos come out. They're moving up in the world. In this community is definitely music involved. Luke is part of the Cannabis Community Project, so we're going to take a few minutes to catch up with him, catch up with what's going on with Reason to Rebel, and then we're going to slide right on into this week's interview. We're back down at Gary's Rec Room. You heard about Gary, and now you're going to hear somebody else in Gary's Rec Room. Gary's Rec Room has become my studio away from the studio, the place where I meet people when we're out and about in a more casual setting. I was down off of Broadway this last Saturday speaking to BubbleSonics. You're going to want to hear about this business. This is definitely an interesting one. BubbleSonics, well, how should we put it? Cleaning service? But not your average cleaning service. So that's what we're going to learn about today from BubbleSonics Colorado. But before we get there, we got a little bit of business to do. We need to remember what we learned last week. Do you remember? I'm trying to think right now. What did we do last week? Oh, this is why I need our short-term memory flashback. So we don't forget week after week all the great people we interview, all the great people that take the time out of their day to come in and talk to us, impart some knowledge Last week we sat down with the gang, a big party we had with CCX, the Cannabis Commodities Exchange, GCG, the Green Consulting Group, the Skunk Box, your private humidor for herbs and products. All of these companies we brought together for one conglomerate interview. There was a party going on, a little bit of commotion, a little bit of music. We were having some fun, and I think we got some good information out. So let's quickly take a short-term memory flashback to last week's show. All right, let me get this out of the way. So you're Logan from Minnesota, and you work with CCX.
Yep.
Very good. Welcome to Colorado.
Thanks.
Let's introduce who we're sitting with. We're here with Josh Miller of the Cannabis Commodities Exchange, known as CCX, also the co-founder of Green Consulting Group. Has a law degree, but is not an attorney. Well, I appreciate the compliment of being a sophisticated cannabis consumer.
Definitely.
I've always
definitely
thought
are.
of myself as sophisticated in the highest levels of cannabis consumption. But no, I would look at any product with the same amount of critique, regardless of who it's from. You know, if my mom presented me with a product, I would critique it just the same of its functionality and overall aesthetics and what it was used for. And I think this is a good product.
Bear of a project and lots of customer interaction and keeping everybody happy. Exactly.
Did you go to law school with that same intent in mind? Is I'm going to learn about cannabis law and
It wasn't cannabis law. It was the reason I went to law school was because at Cox School of Business, which is SMU's fancy name. First, my father is actually an elder at the local church. That's the life. That's where this all goes. The corporations run the world.
Are you okay with that? Is that I guess that's your job though, as
Can
a
I
CEO
change it?
though, right?
Yeah, it's
But isn't that your job as a CEO is to always be looking for that big bang exit strategy, the IPO, the sellout,
you know.
Did you draw straws to be CEO, or was there an actual method to the process?
Hey, it's Josh again. Came up the stairs.
Oh, hey, Josh.
I was actually there with Nick the day we made
Where'd
the decision.
you come from, man?
And
Four of us, it's all share and share alike.
Equal. Y'all have equal partnership, equal say, and equal divvy of the pie. Mm-hmm. You just hold the title of CEO for those representative purposes.
Yep. A friend of mine did, though. Shout out to Ryan Halsey.
Because that just might become we might have to get that up on Urban Dictionary. We might have to check out to see if
I am all about the...
He be my number 2.
Number 2?
Yeah.
You're number 2?
We are all 1A, and I'm the only 1B.
I'm in the chair. He's my Zulu.
Yeah, I'm the proudest Canadian here.
We would really regret not even trying to be a part of this, so...
So you also went to law school. Can I call you a lawyer?
Yes, you can. In Colorado. Yeah, Maz or Mozzie.
And what is your title, your role here at the company?
He's the Sultan.
Because I understand you're the founder of the Skunk Box?
No. I'm skunky and I'm shaped like a box.
So you're doing sales for the Skunk Box and sales for the membership on the exchange?
Yeah, it was...
where they tried to discredit me. I graduated...
when you put 6 people together, 6 cooks in the kitchen, right? Somebody's got to be the head
4 cooks
chef.
and 2 like sous chefs. That's really what it is.
There you have it. Last week's short-term memory flashback. You remember that show? Did you learn anything, or did you just have fun? Maybe a little bit of both. That's what my intent is that you don't just learn something, you actually have a little bit of fun with these interviews. You know, maybe you would like to be interviewed, or maybe you just like to spit out some knowledge or just vomit some information onto the airwaves to the audience. Maybe you have some ideas or some crazy thoughts about cannabis. This is the platform to bring them, because I got open ears to everybody and open mics to everybody. This is your show. This is your community. But this is not your son's stoner show. So bring the business, bring the real, contact me. I want to hear from you. Let's discuss the issues. Let's talk about the industry, everything from health issues, legal issues, food issues, growing issues, new technology, and everything else that's happening. This is where it's happening. The Cannabis Community Project radio show.
Well, in my car, I don't have any AC. And my house does. We practiced at Daniel, our drummer's house, and he's got no AC. So, yeah, it was pretty hot there, practice. But as soon as we're done, I was like, I'm going to get home to sit in my fucking cold-ass AC.
So I think it's actually been 7, 9, what month are we in? We're in September?
Yes.
It was almost 9.5, 10 months ago, the first time we did it, right?
Really? Okay. Yeah, it's been a minute.
You were the first music segment on the show back in early January. The very first show we had you on as the clip, and you set the precedent for every show after that when I started introducing music for segment transitions here and there. You were the very first one. We also grabbed your music and held on to it for the show opening theme from the song Open Up.
Yep.
So we're speaking to Luke Chandler from Reason to Rebel from Southern California, San Diego area.
Yes, sir. How's it going? What's going on?
It's going great, man. I appreciate you coming back on.
Oh, yeah, my pleasure, man. Thank you for having me back.
Every week I listen to Open Up probably about 5 or 6 times in the overall production of each show. And
you might be one of the few people that's heard it more than me.
Well, I love the song, man. I think it was just pure serendipity that song was chosen by you to represent our show, because every time I listen to it, there's not a single show that ends where I don't say that song hits it nail on the head or head on the nail, or however the expression is said. That is the perfect song for the show. So I'm so glad that that's the one you picked, and you picked that.
Yeah,
song.
Me too.
You picked that for us without even really knowing kind of what the theme or anything of the show was about. So I believe there was a hand in God in that one.
Well, I'm glad that it worked out good, man. I'm glad you're digging it. And hopefully the listeners are digging it too.
And now you actually have a video to it. I just watched it last week. Yeah. It's great. It kicks ass.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate that.
The video is the official Open Up video.
Yes.
And Open Up is the song that everybody hears the first 30 seconds and the last 2 minutes of each show. This is, from what album was that from?
That's from our latest release, The Rebellion, that we put out just about a year ago, actually. So, and we're working on album number 6. So
Number 6,
we're
wow.
pretty deep into writing and recording that.
How many do you put out? One a year, one every 2 years? How's the process?
Number 6 will come out in our 10th year of being a band, so I guess that means a little more than every 2 years. Although that's kind of been the average. You know, so like there's a couple albums where it was like 3 years and then 1 year.
Right.
We pretty much never stopped writing when we put out the last album. Like the last album, The Rebellion, wasn't even meant to be released, but we decided just to put it out, and so we did that, and it was a little shorter than an EP, 6 songs, and we kind of just kept writing, you know. So and at this point it's turned into a whole nother album, and we're gonna keep writing and, you know, kind of pick the best songs out of, you know, all the songs that we've written and release that sometime next year.
That's what you got to do. You just got to keep working. You can't stop.
These days especially, people's attention spans are short, so you have to keep coming with new stuff all the time, you know.
I think last time we talked to you, you were just coming off a tour. You had done X amount of cities around. You were taking the van. I think the van had just hit so many 100,000 miles or something.
Yeah.
What are you on now? I mean, I see you actually have 2 videos out, correct? You had the Open Up and then the one previous to that came out a couple weeks before that?
Yeah, we released a video for our song Legacy, which is off that same album. I guess maybe like 2-3 months before this video. And yeah, you know, the videos came out pretty close. Just worked out that way because we were working on the video for Legacy for like 9 months, and so, you know, went through a lot. There's a lot happened during the process of writing that, writing and recording and filming that video. Like we had to do like reshoots and rewrite the scripts, and then the original director had a bunch of issues, and so we had to take it and edit it ourselves. And so it took a long time to get that video out, and then the video for Open Up, we weren't even planning on releasing it as soon as we did, but we finished it really quick. We filmed it. You know, we spent 2 days filming with a really good director from Hollywood.
Do you put these through your YouTube channel, social media?
Yes.
Where do people see your videos at?
You know, all of our videos are on our YouTube channel, so youtube.com/reasontorebel, you know, and then from there, you know, it gets shared through all other outlets of social media and whatnot. It might be, we'll see how long it is before I delve into another music video. I might take a break from that just to focus on this album. I didn't realize what all goes into making a music video, the amount of time from start to finish, and, you know, the cost. We wanted to do at least a couple of videos for that album, just like we put out a couple of videos for the last album. We're going to focus on this new material because we've been writing some songs that we've kind of been debuting live just to test out on the audiences locally and even on tour, and people are really digging this new stuff. So we want to, you know, get this record finished, and we think this, you know, is even on a whole nother level than the last album, honestly.
When you're doing music videos, because you talked about the time and the expense, what is the end goal? What is the purpose of music videos? Is it just to support the overall brand of the band and give your audience something more, or is there an actual marketing strategy there?
I mean, I think there's a few different reasons for making videos these days. Yeah, you know, like you're not going to get a video on MTV unless you're like Beyonce or something. There are other channels on TV that could eventually maybe broadcast videos, but I mean, you know, if you think about just the way people's attention spans are now in comparison to how it was 20 years ago, that's why a lot of artists don't even put out full-length albums. You know, they put out singles, you know, like, because people don't, you know, a lot of times they download everything, so sometimes they don't even download a whole album. We prefer to, you know, give you a full product when it comes to recordings and albums, but a music video is good for the millennial age when if you got to catch somebody quickly, you know, you don't have a lot of time to draw them into what it is that you're putting out there, and so a music video can accomplish that and kind of, you know, open their mind to your music to make them want to check out more of what you got. And for us, when it comes to the videos, really, it's just, that's what we do is create. Figure if we like it, then, at least some other people are going to like it,
Right. Just giving everything you have to the fans in all senses, in an audio sense, a visual sense, and a tangible sense, even with your T-shirts and your merchandise. Just giving it all to the fans so they can consume you in whatever way they want.
Yeah, exactly.
I think last time we talked a little bit about the entrepreneur side of being a musician, the musicpreneur. I mean, you've been in this 10 years now, so I guess that's pretty good evidence to say that you're making a living out of it. Or, I mean, where's your status in the sense of being a career still? 10 years in, how do you classify yourself?
It's still a labor of love. We've seen some financial success on a moderate level, but I still feel like we still probably put in more than we get out of it. It's hard. You'd be surprised. I mean, that people that are considered famous to some people aren't famous. And I'm not saying we're famous, but people who you can legitimately say are at least semi-famous doesn't necessarily always translate to riches and money. I mean, which is probably why you see a lot of artists, musicians, or entertainers whose careers haven't produced much in recent times, doing like reality TV and things like that. It's that, we definitely put a lot into it, but we also feel like we're kind of at a point where, we're confident that this past 10 years of being a band are going to at least pay off. I feel like with what we're doing, we're on the level that we'll be making more money than we are. It's the reality and the truth.
There'll be no reality show, Reason to Rebel reality show in the.
I mean, I wouldn't say that there might not be some behind the scenes footage of tour, things like that, but from that perspective, possibly. But I mean, when it's your home life and people's fascination and obsession with people's personal lives, I don't really see the benefit. I don't think it really enriches people, and I think it kind of cheapens your personal and private life should be, which is important to you and your family and those close around you. But in terms of like, I think we're open to possibly letting people peek into what's life like with us, either on tour or like in the studio, things like that, so they can kind of see the creative process and what we do. In terms of that, there might be a fascination with something along those lines.
Speaking of clips, what can we look forward to in the future that maybe we can grab for our show? I mean, we definitely want to hang on to Open Up. I don't want to lose Open Up for my intro and outro. But what other tunes might be coming our way that they don't have to be cannabis related per se. It doesn't have to be a direct message, but similar to Open Up, something that's just going to perfectly fit for the show. You have anything that you can?
We definitely got the new record's going to have some tracks that I think you might you might be interested in. We got a song called Civil Disobedience. We have a song called Protest Song. So there's definitely some subject matter that I think would kind of coincide with the Cannabis Community Project. And the whole issue of cannabis, some people may look at it under a microscope, it is, and the right and wrong and all that. But I mean, I think, it's a reflection more on our society. And, when it comes to right and wrong, in terms of information being available, people being able to make decisions about their life as personal freedoms. And, cannabis is kind of spearheading, the conversation in that regard, because it's something that was widely viewed as wrong for so long. And now, quickly, people are catching on, like, wait a second. So I was programmed a certain way that essentially was incorrect, by whoever it was, the authority figures in our life, from the home unit all the way up to the political spectrum, to say that cannabis is wrong. And now there's an open conversation that says, hey, wait a second, maybe it's not what we thought it was. It was demonized for a purpose that made certain people money, and they had the ability to demonize it, and for their own personal gain, and that's not right. Cannabis, in terms of an issue, has been something that we've talked about openly from the very beginning as a band. And it's not just because some of us enjoy it; it's because we know it's an issue of right and wrong, where society has been wrong for too long.
Now I'm gonna take it. Take all of your love.
Thanks to all of our sponsors, and this week we're highlighting Dairy Berry's Recording Studio. Find him at dairyberriesrecordingstudio.com or call Mark at 303-456-8216.
Smells so green, and now me too. Boing, 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 boing. Smells so green. Now how about you?
Let's get out of here. It's starting to give me the creeps in here. Hey, Charlene, what? You're good. Well, you're not.
I belong in an asylum. These psychopathic tendencies tend to get the best of me. I've been exuberant since I was in the uterus, malignant like a tumor is service and hysterectomies. Scalpel please for surgery. I cut precise as I murder beats. Why act humanized while humans lie? I'd rather protrude your mind and crucify these crucial lies. Independent forever, that's the vendetta, better bring Berettas. I'm acting reckless, call the paramedics. You should diet if you're diabetic, and you could die if you feel neglected. Cause in my city, gotta earn your stripes to feel respected. I'm next up, investing in and trying to buy Colorado. That's the motto where I'm from. Every day yelling out, ACO on the top of my lungs.
Everything in excess, living life luxurious, killing it, I'm notorious. I think I need a flu shot, it's me against the world, feeling like I'm too hot. I get in where I fit in, MHTSXX, be the quick bitch.
And I'm too authentic, and it may be cold.
BubbleSonics Colorado is specifically a cannabis cleaning service for paraphernalia. He has a proprietary technique, method of cleaning, which will leave all of your pieces looking like new for just a few bucks. Literally a few bucks. And that's what we saw him do firsthand, and we learned about it. Now, you're thinking like, oh yeah, I've seen these at head shops, right? The little chemicals you spray in the bottle and you splash around, or the brushes. No. This is not what you are thinking. This is a cleaning service. That's right. Not a product, not a piece of merchandise or a brush or some other silly thing. This is a service. Now, what's the difference? Why is that important? Well, you're going to learn about it. The majority of all broken paraphernalia comes during cleaning and injury. My personal story of injury, if you look at my hands, if this wasn't an audio show, I would put my hands up to the camera and you would see scars all over them. And a good 70% of those scars are coming from shattered, broken pieces in the event of trying to clean them. So a cleaning service, where if you could pay $5-10 to have somebody come in a relatively efficient amount of time, use their machine, I guess is the best way to put it, their machine that uses supersonic waves to break up, break down, break apart rosin, whatever you want to call it, the black goopy stuff that's stuck and hardened to the inside of your pipes and paraphernalia. Well, here's a technique that gets it out of there, and it's a couple bucks. You don't have to shake chemicals around and break your piece, as we're going to hear Gary talk about how he smashed his expensive bong trying to clean it by shaking a bunch of water and chemicals around, smashing it against the sink. If you're like me, you're holding it in your hand trying to clean it and you end up breaking the inside of the bowl or just completely shattering the pipe. Here's a method that's safe, efficient, and out of your hands.
Feeling like I'm too hot. I get in where I fit in. MHTSXX, be the quick bitch.
Right. So I want to help other people transition to this industry and look at it as a serious, legitimate opportunity. I don't want people looking at my show or anything I'm doing as anything less than somebody doing a show about real estate or finance or any other topic out there that one would take on a Saturday morning talk show. Mm-hmm. That's the same concept I'm going at. So when I talk to people, I want to know, about why they got in business, how they got in business, what type of business are they going for, how are they connecting with their audience, what strategies are they using in business with marketing, what type of money did they have to put down or to invest. Because my whole intention is to get people who are kind of like me, unemployable, and a lot of that because of a past history about cannabis, which makes me unemployable in certain industries. So I'm trying to turn that around to a positive and basically make cannabis my industry and become self-employed. And I want to bring everybody else with me. I want people to quit their jobs and become self-employed and then figure out...
We don't want them to quit their jobs. We want them to become self-employed and then quit their jobs.
Oh, right.
It has to come in a certain order. You can't reverse that order.
That is true. That's a good point.
This is Antoine with BubbleSonics. I do
BubbleSonics is the shit if you ain't heard.
Yeah, buddy. So what I do is I take care of the glass. I'm a specialty glass cleaner. I'm certified in ultrasonics through my training at Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology. So I'm an industrial inspector. That's basically where I got my knowledge of using the ultrasonics in various different aspects on a commercial level, not on a personal level.
So you have a cleaning product?
Yes, I have a cleaning service.
Cleaning service?
Yes, I have
so
a cleaning
service. So not just a product. You're not selling a bottle of something.
No,
you actually have a service.
I'm not selling a liquid to you or anything like that. I am actually selling you a service. I can either come to your home or I can come to your business, your establishment, wherever it so be, having a party event, and I can set up. I have a small setup right now, so it doesn't take up much space, but basically I can clean your glass. Like, if you had a piece that's been clogged, for several years, that's the most a lot of customers come in here, and I'm able to bring that back to life, and they can go back and fall back in love again with that piece that they bought.
So you're a cleaner?
Yes, I'm a cleaner.
You're a cleaner, a glass cleaner specifically.
Glass cleaner specifically. I can clean other things, but specifically, I am a 420, 710 glass cleaner.
Now I understand the bubble part.
Yes.
BUBBLE, Sonics, SONICS. Can find them at BubbleSonicClean@gmail.com, Facebook BubbleSonics. So now this is making sense. It's now coming into light what you're actually doing.
Yeah.
What you're all about.
Use, let's say, sonic power off wax or flower, because, there is a difference in the marijuana industry. There's flower smokers and there's wax smokers. You know what I'm saying? And your glass pieces are different pertaining, what you smoke. Somebody who smokes wax, it's a lot more built up and be a little bit more hard to clean. A flower is more of a burnt resin. So it's just actually just like on top of the glass, not really,
This is interesting. This is unique. This is unique. This is one of those unique things that I've come across. It makes sense. This is a real business.
Yes, it's a service. It's needed. It's the missing aspect of the smoking world, because beforehand, having a bong or a glass piece, it's taboo. You got to hide it. Nobody, is supposed to know that you have it. If you get caught with it, you go in trouble.
Right.
Where I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. If you're caught with, glass with resin in it, that's jail time. You know what I'm saying? They don't care.
I get it.
You have burnt marijuana.
So your whole angle is a safety issue.
It's a safety issue. It's a health issue, and it's a lifestyle issue. You know what I'm saying? Because also, there's very, very different examples I can use of why I do the service. I can remember back when I used to start smoking, I'll go to a friend's house and they'll pull out a bong or a glass piece and it'd be old, dirty, stinky, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you hit it and you'd be like, why did I just smoke out of that? You know what I'm saying? Just because you wanted to smoke. So you was willing to smoke out of something nasty and dirty like that. And honestly, when you sit back and look like, bro, you're not supposed to smoke out no dirty shit like that. Like, come on, you don't treat nothing else that way, so why are you going to treat what you smoke your medicine out
But hold on, let me clarify. Are you only a service, or do you also have like a bottle for $9.99 that you'll sell somebody some kind of solution?
You can use any solution that you so choose.
Okay.
If you want it done organically, if you want it done with water, you want it done with alcohol, acetone, which I don't, whatever.
So you're not selling a product. You don't have a solution. You're selling the labor.
I have a labor service. I will come in. It'll be less than 30 minutes or less. I'll be in there. You give me several pieces. I can clean them and be out of there.
So what is it that's proprietary? Is it your strategy of cleaning quick and fast? Is it your method of getting clients? What is it that's making this a business? Okay,
what makes this a business is because the only way to clean your glass now is a way that's not feasible. It's vigorously shaken. You know what I'm saying? Most people break their glass. His post right after I met him, the next day after I met Gary at Gary's Rec Room, he made a post and said, "Tell him what you said."
Did you put salt or water? What were you doing?
No, I was just using a normal cleaner that I always would, but hey, like you said, you shake it.
You shake it vigorously,
and you smash it against the wall.
No, I hit the sink. And it broke. That's it. That's what happens. That's why this is bong number 4 in 2 months. You do that.
And that was the day after I met him and told him that I did glass service, and then he breaks his glass.
So are you insured? You have a bond?
And
so if you break somebody's $400 bond?
See, but this is the thing, though. I'm not going to break nobody's $400 bond. If it breaks, it's because you broke it or something falling.
Like if a roofer and a floor will say, I'm not going to destroy your house, but they still have to have that protection.
But this situation, the only way it'll break if it's me falling and breaking it or like a true accident.
Right.
Me cleaning it is not going to break it.
So it's all about the tools. You have. So it would be equivalent to you investing in hundreds of dollars of various tools and products, and then coming to clean with your service and your labor. So as the individual, I don't have to, shake it and smash against the sink or buy an expensive solution or a chemical.
Or keep buying new glass pieces. Like, the thing is, though, is like, I enjoy glass. Like, but if you have to constantly buy them all the time because you're breaking them, then we're losing.
Right.
So, like, if we can keep them clean, you know what I'm saying? The glass makers can now start making more creative pieces because people are not as worried about breaking them and have to clean them all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that was when I went to the head shops, like, that was the main thing they say. Most people buy these expensive glass pieces and don't smoke at them. They just use it as, like, mantle pieces like that. And I thought that's the most bizarre thing in the world. Like, if I'm going to spend over $200, people spend thousands of dollars. If I'm going to spend over $200, I better be smoking. It better be able to light itself, you know what I'm saying? Exhale my weed and everything.
You know, it's funny, though, that you say that. Every time I've broken a piece, small pipe or big, has been in the process of cleaning it.
Yeah.
Usually is.
That cut on my hand that's there for 15 years because it was so deep was a result of trying to clean a pipe and snapping it.
Oh, man.
Right? You're holding it with 2 hands. You're digging around in there and the pipe's snapping and glass. I mean, every injury and mishap I've had with a piece has been during cleaning.
Man.
I think you might have just stumbled across the, what do they say? It's not the guys that find the gold that make it rich. It's all the businesses around it that have to process the gold and store the gold and everything else. You may have just stumbled across a business. So how do you keep competition from just coming in and hiring a fleet of cheap labor to just go out and clean pipes? Or what's your system here?
My system at the moment is understanding. When you mention ultrasonics to most people, nobody understands what you're talking about.
Okay.
Because ultrasonics can be used in various different methods. And still I'm saying ultrasonics and no one knows what I'm talking about.
So when you say that, it signifies a specific process or a product?
It's a specific form of science. I'm using sound waves to clean the glass.
So you're breaking up the resin with some type of
no, I'm not
baby monitor.
Me personally, I do nothing but I place your glass into my tank. I submerge it into water.
Okay.
And then I turn on the ultrasonic machine and I allow it to happen. Cavitation does all the work. Energy.
Is this a machine you built?
No. I did not build this. I was in class and when I learned about it. These machines are used in commercial
for other uses.
But no.
So currently people aren't using it to do this.
No, there isn't any service to clean glass.
All right.
0 services for cleaning glass of history of the moment. So even if I only last for 2 weeks, I still should be in the Guinness Book of Record for a day.
I think this is that might be, but I think this is what's the word, serendipitous, or that I met you because I have a business I've been trying to get off the ground, and the one holdback on it has been the cleaning aspect of how to get an efficient cleaning. So my business is basically Head Shop meets Netflix, right?
Okay.
Remember the old Netflix where you would have to buy the disc? They would send you 3 or 4, and then at the end of the month you send it back, right? And they take care of the mailing, they take care of the insurance, the whole deal. Basically the same idea with paraphernalia, that every month you get a secured package shipping, right? You use it and then you send it back. Well, the issue is, then how do you clean it, and how do you clean it in a way that people will feel safe?
Yeah.
Because you can't just say, yeah, I'll clean it. Here's my dishwasher and I'm scrubbing it. You have to show them that these are safe to use as if they were new because of this, and this. And I think what I've just heard in the last 2 minutes of listening to you is that barrier of how to sell a service like that. You can get things insured. So if people break them or whatever, you can get that insured and make people pay $2 extra a month for insurance. You can always get more product because your product is buying from wholesalers, which are everywhere. everybody wants to try, like, wouldn't you like to try a $500 bong?
Yeah, I would like to see what it's like to smoke a couple of these $1,000
Even if it was just
bongs.
for a month, and then you send it back, and maybe you try out a vaporizer. Hey, I've been hearing about this whole vape thing.
Yeah.
And maybe the month after that, well, I'll just go back to a normal pipe. And then the month after that, maybe you'll try dabbing. Well, to individually do that, you would need hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars of paraphernalia purchase and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But just like Netflix, if you can just get it sent to you in an easy way, shows up at your door, you use it, you send it back, and it ends up looking like new again. Now it's ready to be reused, right? Reused in a way that can be certifiably safe, because here's a process of cleaning, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. We got to start this business, and you got to be the cleaning end of that.
I'm down.
And then
I'm down with it being anybody want their glass clean, call me. I don't care what your business is. If it involves getting glass clean, I'm there. Like I want to. I
need
think
business cards that say the cleaner on it.
It's bigger than just like a personal thing. This is like marijuana. People keep saying marijuana is like alcohol, and I disagree, because this is our own little sector. You know what I'm saying? Let's make this the best that it can be in every aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Let's not hold it short, because if we do, then in the end it's going to just be shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but that's what it's going to be. So let's take care of all the BS in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Let's make the way we smoke the best possible way, so it can only get better and better from here. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a couple things, like, shout out to Oct Pipe, you know what I'm saying? I got this new thing called the glass blunt, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I kind of rather prefer that, because I grew up a blunt smoker, a lot of shell, tobacco
What's
shell.
What's the glass blunt? You just pack. It's just like a...
I'll show you here. I'll pull it up.
Just like a single hitter.
Yeah, a single hit. It's a long tube, and it has an extra stem in it, and you just push it and ash it as you smoke.
Okay.
So now you don't have to smoke a shell. You don't have to smoke a paper. You just get all marijuana, just all flavor. You don't have to worry about.
So you can pack it deep, and it keeps.
Yeah, you can put like 2 grams in. You can put like 2 grams in the stem, and then you just ash it out as it burns through.
So you come with a whole list of products. So you're not just a single brand cleaner.
No.
You're coming with the whole company of products here.
BubbleSonics is more of a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle thing. It's not more of a business thing. Right now,
so if we go to the Facebook, or do you have a Facebook?
Yeah, I have a Facebook.
So it's BubbleSonics.com.
Yeah,
so if we go there, what are we going to see? Like, what's the interaction?
The interaction on there is you're going to see before and after pictures of friends and family and customers who I've cleaned glass for. People you see pictures of people who's challenged me, who said that they wouldn't be able to clean this. They've been trying to clean it for years and had no luck, and that I wouldn't be able to clean it.
Right, sticking rods in there.
Yeah,
and
sticking
paper
all type
towels
of
are stuck
You'll
at the bottom.
You also see events that's going on. You know, like the Gypsy Jane and the Cannabis Olympics. You'll see me promoting other growers and people, extractors with wax and things like that. People in the industry.
Is this your interaction with Dama?
Yeah, that's how I met him.
Okay,
yeah, because,
so he promotes your events and you get together on the
I promote
events.
him as well. I promote the events as well, because like this should be like a friend-family industry. It should not be like, yeah, it's a competition. We all got to compete, but at the same time, let's have a genuine respect for the product and the medicine that got us here.
Right.
So that's why I promote other people, other glass blowers and things like that, to show love, because I appreciate all the fight that was done before me getting here. Because I was late coming to the fight. I just got here and it was all over.
Did you just start in this industry?
Yeah,
or what do you mean you were late?
Yeah.
In what sense? Like
in the sense of
smoking?
I got here in March 2014.
Here to Colorado?
Here in Colorado.
Okay.
And I started my business in July.
Okay. So did you come here for that?
Yes, I came here when this was all just an idea in my head. You know, I pursued it. I tried it. It worked. And I was like, I'm going to do it. So
you heard it became legal, and that's when you decided, well, I'm just going to come to Colorado then, and just read.
It's the only place that actually will work right now. Here in Seattle and Washington are the only 2 places that legally will work.
So you're living a proof of what people said would happen.
Yes.
Is that people would come here as a result of that.
Yes.
And you're bringing outside money, and you're bringing outside money into the state.
But I'm a citizen. I have a Colorado ID now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go Chiefs. So
you've been here a year to get your ID?
No, I got it here. Like, that was part of the whole transformation. Like, if you're going to be a part of this, you have to be a part of this. So I changed my ID over.
You jumped in.
I got my marijuana support badge too. Like, I work in the industry as well. Like, I did that all in one day. People ask me, can you get a support badge? Is it easy? And I tell them, I went to the wrong DMV.
Fill out the paperwork. Right?
I went to the wrong DMV and still got my ID changed and my support badge in the same day. And I didn't try until like 11, 12 o'clock when I started. Yeah, so I just got here. I'm new. But I understand opportunity when I see it. You know what I'm saying? And this is opportunity to help people. not necessarily just to make money, but opportunity to help people. Like, because I genuinely want to help people. That comes first. You do that, and then everything else will fall behind it.
Well, what's the health aspect you were talking
the health
about?
Aspect
Did something happen? Did you get sick?
No. I didn't get sick.
From a bong?
No, the thing is, we don't know. It's a question I don't know of smoking out of dirty
resin
bong
is
water.
Disgusting.
Smoking out of resin. You know what I'm saying? People who don't clean their bong water. Like, I went online and looked at, like, before I started, I looked online and Google search, how often do people clean their bongs? People don't even know you're supposed to change the water. People take pictures of bongs that's so dirty and nasty, it just hurts my feelings, you know, and I feel bad for them. So I wanted to create, because, like, clean the bong, like, it's hard. It was hard work to me. It's like, dude, there's got to be an easier way. There's no way I'm about to just vigorously
well, that's
shake
all
this.
the things, the chemicals they sell in
yeah,
the
but that's
in the
all.
shop.
That's all great, but that's still not okay. That's still not the proper method.
Right.
They have the solutions. They don't give you a proper method.
Well, as far as just fill it up and shake it.
Yeah. Okay, that's not.
So
a
then
proper
we're back
method.
to Gary's problem
You're
of smashing against the sink.
Yeah.
and
you're gonna be breaking it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be shaking and you're gonna get tired and exhausted. And the next time it's time to clean it, you're not gonna clean it.
Right.
You know, people won't clean their glass, and that's a problem.
So you came here with this business idea in mind. Did you register with the state and start a business, or are you still functioning?
Yeah, I'm a legal LLC business. I register with the state. They know what I do.
What was the total investment up to this point you've put in?
Okay, I put in well, see, it depends on how you break it down.
Break it down, and since you've crossed the state line of Colorado, how much money have you spent working on this business? Everything from registering your LLC to getting your business cards to hiring out a promoter, whatever you did.
Okay. So basically, it's kind of a crazy story. I didn't believe it when it happened, but it was real. It was legal. So I go to register, and it only said $1. And I said,
"Oh, it must have been during February." Yeah.
So when he said $1, and I said, "No, that's not real." So I signed up. Then I went to the bank, and they said it's real. So my investment to start this business only cost me $1. But the week before, it would have cost me.
That's where you started. Yeah, you registered first.
I registered with $1.
Okay. Then what?
Then from there, I made a Facebook page.
Okay.
And I just had a couple pictures, started adding people, and then I seen Gary. I made some business cards.
But you hadn't been in business yet, right? You haven't actually obtained any clients.
No, only cleanup I done was personally. Like I cleaned some of my friends' pieces, and I cleaned some of my pieces.
So what was your strategy? Go door to door dispensary and or head shop?
Well, yeah. I just went to head shops. You know what I'm saying? And asked if I can leave my business card there, and they said yes. So that was the start, and then that's where I met Gary because he had one of his.
But leave it
business
for
cards.
who? Who were you targeting?
Whoever picks it up. See, this was the idea. The idea.
Well, who do you intend to be using your service?
People who smoke marijuana out of glass, pipes and bongs. And
so
things
just
like that.
Is that how cheap the service is? Where I could literally with my little pipe call you once a week and have it clean?
Yeah,
is that efficient? Is
yes.
that an efficient?
Yeah.
What's the service? How do you break down the pricing?
Price range. It depends. It breaks down 3 different ways: on size and on use.
Okay.
So if it's a small little one-hand piece, you know what I'm saying, it starts at $5.
Oh, okay.
And then if it's all the way up to like a big size bong, it starts at $20.
So I could say, I could contract you for once a week for my 2 little handheld pipes, and it would just be like $10.
Yeah.
Okay.
$10 a week every
And
time.
how does that-
It's charged per service, not per hour or time.
Okay.
It's charged per piece.
Because you know what the process is, so you know how long it takes to clean a certain
And
size.
sometimes, it takes longer, so I can't tell you a time, and then it goes over that time, then you're mad at me.
What's the interaction? Do I have to mail you my pieces?
No. Right now, I'll come to you, or you can drop off to me, or however you choose to do it. We can communicate about it first.
You have a shop, or where would people drop it off?
I don't have a shop. You just drop it off to me personally. I have I carried it with me in my bag.
They can meet up at Gary's Rec Room.
On Saturdays I'm here at Gary's Rec Room. On Mondays I'm at the Water.
Every Saturday?
Every Saturday. Except this October, because we got the Gypsy Jane coming up in the Cannabis Olympics, so everybody better be there.
Well, that sounds like a good cross there. Use Gary's Rec Room down on Broadway. What's the exact address again?
2487 South Broadway.
Gary's Rec Room. That was last week's show, so people are well familiar with Gary's Rec Room already. Yes. That's use it as your office. That's the intent, right? Isn't that what we talked about? That was the intent, was to have people use it as their office. That's what I'm going to use it as.
He offers a service that can be used to me right now.
Right.
So I choose to use it.
Well, you're bootstrapping. You're starting out using every resource you have. You're figuring out what is needed and how to fill each one of those little gaps of needs there. And not having an office, nobody says that's an obligatory thing. Nobody's going to punch you in the face if you don't have an office.
No.
What they want is a good service.
Yeah.
So how are you marketing your service? How are you letting people know?
Basically just been meeting, talking to them, you know what I'm saying, when we are at these smoking events, talking to them personally. I was going to, the start of the business cards out, trying out, that was just the beginning, because my whole idea is if you create it, it shall come, you know what I'm saying? That
You
whole
do
thing,
demonstrations when you go to like
I do
a
demonstration.
trade show?
Yeah,
You'll be there on the spot doing some...
On the spot, you know, I just put it in there.
Like
you
a
know,
Marine blindfolded, taking apart a Beretta 45, clean a pipe blindfolded, 3 minutes.
He puts on the demonstration every Saturday night here.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
you
know what I'm saying?
You do some cleaning?
Yeah.
Viper just walked in with his pipe, who specifically brought his pipe over for it to be clean.
Yeah, it's a big old mushroom piece.
Well, you might as well work
cleaners,
out of here. You might as well have a set time that people know you as, so they can just bring down their pipes when they're hanging out at Gary's.
Yeah, 4:20, 10 o'clock, BYOB at Gary's. We here every Saturday.
$10 donation to Gary and $10 the other way for a small pipe cleaning, and you could spend an afternoon killing 3 birds with one hit.
Yeah. It's all good vibes, you know. So
well, that's good. Do you consider yourself an entrepreneur?
I want to be a mogul. I consider myself a mogul.
What does that mean?
Somebody who can create in different aspects.
Okay.
Somebody who can create in different aspects.
So you want to have multiple entities of activity going on?
I actually have multiple entities already created. This is actually the first one I can actually start.
Okay.
So like I said, the BubbleSonics is more of a lifestyle.
What are your ongoing expenses? I mean, you got to show up to somebody's house. There's gas.
Yeah.
Right? You got to clean and actually use the tools.
Yeah.
And
But eventually, when this is knowledge spreads out, my plan to be more at establishments like this and have set machines there. So when people do create these lounges for people to come smoke, I'm going to have a set machine there, you know, like a vending machine, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll supply them with the machine, give them the proper training to use the machine because...
For cleaning?
Yeah, for cleaning.
So you want to create a cleaning machine?
I'm a cleaning service. I have cleaning machines available.
So there would be an individual located at each property doing
like
the cleaning.
Okay, say how McDonald's have a red box outside of, you know?
Right.
Okay, this is a head shop or a smoke lounge or
so
a
I
hookah
drop
bar.
off my pipe.
Yeah,
when
when you come there, when you come to hang out, you just bring your pipe, and and I'll have a set machine already there for that company, and they can just go in the back, clean it for you, and you continue to do.
So
what
you
you're
would
doing.
teach them the method and the process.
Yes, teach them the method and the process, how to use it.
So that would be like franchising, basically.
Yes.
So you'd have to have a process of how to train people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
already in the works. That's already, you know, I've already been writing.
So you're employing people.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually, this is going to.
Well, it could be like a home business, also.
Yeah, it can be whatever so chooses to be, but the idea first is to create it.
Right.
In every aspect of it, all the different services and the ways that it can be used, and all the paperwork that can create it to be is something. And then from there, I don't have to be in control. People can use it however form they want to use it. Because with the Ultrasonics, they can clean other things as well. Like I am able, if you had jewelry, I can clean it. Golf clubs, I can clean it. If you had
Is this
silverware,
a unique method to you?
It is one.
Did you develop this method, or are you just using something you
learned
discovered?
This. I was in class. I am certified in this method of Ultrasonics. See, that's why you say how much it costs.
Yeah.
That's why I say it can be broke down different, because I can say like $30,000 because I had to get taught this knowledge first for me to add this knowledge with.
How many years? 3 years?
1 year.
1 year and 30,000. Shit.
1 year. 1 year. You got one shot to go, and I made it straight through Dean's List. You know, and it could have been better, but things happen. So like I don't come like that's why when you ask for who's competition right now,
what would stop somebody
competition
from just hiring a bunch of cheap laborers?
Because they wouldn't understand what they're doing.
Okay.
When they ask you, when a customer asks you, you know, what are you doing? What's your method? You
so
know,
that's
how
the
does it work?
marketing angle. Is that the kind of the secret cleaning sauce, right?
At the moment, yeah.
That's the angle of why you wouldn't want to do this at home, or just randomly hire some dude to throw a bunch of soap water and start scrubbing with bristle pads on all your $500 glass pieces.
Or your $10,000 glass pieces. You know. Illusion, shout out to Illusion Glass. They got some wonderful things in there. Shout out to Ocpipe. That's where I get my stuff from.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of good. Shout out to One Blunt Radio. Shout out to Trinko with the Kush. Shout out to Caliwood. shout out to everybody who's helped me, because like like this is not all about me. Like I mean, I've been, you know, I had the courage to speak to people, but it's been people assisting me that's actually been keeping me afloat. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes work. Like, you know, if you think you're just gonna come and boom, it's gonna happen, you're wrong. You know, this takes work. This takes effort. Like I've been putting every night a couple hours of just either thinking or Facebook typing up like all different like today. I typed this up today. Like this is a brand new, you know, little handout type things. Like
so explain to somebody that's sitting on the couch right now, smoking a bowl, right, talking about how they want they're going to start their own business one day and they're going to do this, they're going to do that.
Yeah.
Can you break it down into 3 or 4, just a few key things that somebody would need to know to get up off the couch?
First thing I would say is
get up off the couch.
Yeah. First thing I'll say is to believe in themselves. If you don't believe in yourself, it's not going to work. So believe that you are the God, the strength, whoever you are, the most powerful person you think you are them. That's what I would say first. Secondly, I would say don't be afraid to think out the box because the box don't exist. So in this industry, I would just say instead of thinking about growing weed and being a trimmer and things like that, think about something that already exists that is just not being used, you know, in this aspect. You know what I'm saying? What is needed? What is needed in your life? Like to me, I needed clean glass. So I created a glass service. You know what I'm saying? Like what do you need to help your better smoking experience better? You know what I'm saying? Like that's all. Do you need a bowl with a lighter attached to it already? You don't have to get a lighter. Like, you know, think about little things like that because it all can be created and there's all people who's willing to invest in it.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter how bizarre your idea is or how simple your idea is. Like you can napkins, you know what I'm saying, and put something marijuana related on it. Like that's a product. You know what I'm saying? And then you can find a hemp person, partner with them, and then you can make napkins in a certain type of way. Like it doesn't matter what the product is. You just pick something.
Right.
Pick something and just believe in it.
And that's what's so interesting about talking to people in this business is because there's so many thousands of possibilities of where to go with it, what to do with it.
Well, dude, just since you've been sitting here at the table, you have just solved your own problem by meeting this young man.
Yeah.
You know, now
we're
you
gonna
two
start
may end up starting an empire.
We're going to start a virtual head shop.
I'm down.
A virtual head shop that has a Netflix
That was funny
business
because
model.
when you mentioned that, I was going to ask you how you've been reading my notes because I got something and just like it. You know what I'm saying? Because we talk.
Well,
like, it's industry. And also I'll tell them, you know, don't be afraid to talk to people.
Right.
Like it's the scariest thing in the world, but that is the key.
I tell everybody my ideas because I'm hoping somebody will take action and actually do something. Because if I can't, I would still want my idea to exist in the world. Yeah. Right? Just because I can't do it myself doesn't mean I want to keep it to myself. I talk to people all the time that tell me, I don't want to talk about my business. Yeah. I'll say, well, just come on the show and just tell me in general what you're about. No, I don't want to talk about my business. I'm in the works, right? Everybody's always in the works.
Yeah, everybody thinks somebody's going to steal something, you know what I'm saying? And like,
we're not all out to steal your idea.
Yeah, but here's
you should hope somebody wants to steal your idea. At least it validates that it's a decent idea, right? I mean, nobody wants to steal shitty ideas. So if you got a good idea, it's probably worth stealing. But I think what you got is an idea worth stealing. And I think...
it's all right. My banker already said, how do you want to accept the payment? And I said, what do you mean? He said, if somebody tried to take your business, do you want to accept the payment credit card? I said, hell yeah. So go ahead.
Were you able to do some type of legal lockdown?
Ahead.
Did you get some type of patents or copyright or any type of...
no.
Any type of protection?
I asked the right questions as far as starting this way, and I think for now I'm okay. As far as patents, not now. But I asked the right questions in the beginning, and I'm okay.
Well, I think your goal, though, is also you're not looking to make this a 50-year. You're looking to build it up and then probably sell it out and exit.
I'm trying to make it, okay, check this out.
Because you want to be a mogul. So to be a mogul, you got to build up and sell, build up and sell, and build up and sell.
Build up and sell, yeah, but in different aspects. But at the end of this, build up and sell, like I want this service to actually turn into what the microwave turned into. Like it's going to be foreign for people not to have an ultrasonic machine in their home. That's what I want to turn into.
So like a home cleaning machine.
Yeah.
Something that an appliance that sits up at JCPenney's. And the
no, it ain't gonna be at JCPenney's. It's gonna be at BubbleSonics. But
you want to have your own stores also?
Well, yeah. Well, I'm not gonna. if JCPenney pay me enough, then yeah. But no, it's gonna be through us. You know what I'm saying? Like JCPenney, no offense to them, I love them, but you're already an established business,
right?
Like I want to partner with new businesses and new people and get in a new aspect of industry instead of what's already done.
Right.
Like that's a different aspect of business. We're not them. You know,
but it's an issue more of distribution, right? You have a brand, and then you look for locations and channels where to distribute
but see,
that product and brand. I mean,
but the product could be distributed all over the world. You know, like no one in this. People smoke glass all over this country, all over this world. They have the same problem and same issue all over this country, all over the world.
Well, how are people cleaning glass pipes in other parts of the world?
Well, right now, they either use alcohol and sea salt, that's what the internet suggests, or they can get 420 solution or 710 solution.
Something that's just a dissolvent.
It's just other solutions that's out there, you know, and I like the solutions, you know what I'm saying? They're good, but it doesn't come with a method, and the method that I use...
Do something that's either dangerous in handling or ultimately creates waste that you have to dispose of.
It's more of a mess. It can be more of a mess. You can spill that resin water.
Well, for what you said, you know, I mean, $5 to $20, somewhere price range. I mean,
and then it goes by use. So light use, medium use, heavy use.
Right. If
so
it's
that
caked on there,
that $5 size piece, if it's caked on, it will be $20. You know.
Well, resin it's horrible for you. I mean, when everybody, if you've ever had those times of desperation where you scrape the resin, smoke it makes me sick.
But see,
every time.
people at marijuana, people don't put the idea of marijuana together and understand it fully. And like, eventually, that's what I want to get into. You know, is letting people understand it. But the reason why it gets hard, okay, think about it. They use hemp for a rope and things like that, you know what I'm saying? Something strong and tough, right? Resin over time gets strong and tough.
Right.
Just remember that. So the longer that you let that sit, the harder that gets. Resin gets strong. Yeah. So that's where the problem is because some of these people, like when the bowl is clogged over the top, you can't even get solution in there.
That's what breaks the pipe is your force of trying to scrape it.
Trying to scrape something hard.
That's how I snapped the pipe into my hand.
Because people are not thinking that it's marijuana. Like over time, it gets stronger, not weaker. Yeah. So that's where this helps out too because
having a clean pipe just looks better too.
Yeah, dude, man, especially like
smoking that nice and clean.
If I came to a homie house with a clean pipe, I'd be like, yeah, smoke. If it's all dirty and stuff, I'm like, bruh.
Let's do the demonstration.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm about to do a demonstration right now. We got Viper. Hey, Viper.
All right.
Mr. Viper.
Let's
Mr. Viper. He ain't even listening. Hey, we want to do the demonstration for your piece if you're not. If you want to finish. You good? Well, basically, it's probably the longest little glass piece I've ever seen. It's a mushroom. I'll take pictures of it. I'll have pictures on my Facebook and
so
things
here's
like
an
that.
individual down here at Gary's who brought his own piece in.
Yeah. So how long has it been dirty?
Can I take a look at it?
Yeah. A year or two. He hasn't been able to clean it.
Pipe. I like
he hasn't been able to clean it for a year or two.
Ooh,
so I'm
caked and crusted, and I can see the holes are all closed up.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like how it's totally, completely covered. Yeah. Like water can't even get in there. So what's the point? I'm down. So yeah, let me get set up, and then we can make this happen.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Thanks for listening to this week's show. Make sure to come back next week. We're going to have more guests lined up, speaking with dispensary owners, growers, business owners. Make sure to follow us on all of the social media, Facebook, Google+. You can listen to our shows live from the website or your preferred listening platform. Find us on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Spreaker, even YouTube, all under the same name, CannabisCommunityProject.com. We'll see you next week.